like you better when you're high.
All right, you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
All right, take 3. Hi, everyone. I'm Nate Winokur, and welcome to our new podcast, Nate and Boomer. Alongside me is my longtime friend and co-host, Brian, better known as Boomer.
How's it going, guys? I'm super stoked to be here with Nate. Thanks for having me on this podcast, man. It's been a long time that we've known each other, man. I've been growing for 20 years in the cultivation space, doing everything from flower, nursery, tissue culture, clones, you name it. Mostly in the genetic space and trying to make sure that clients get their pre-harvest set up for success. And ultimately, my company, Booms Farm, has now become a genetics consulting business, helping clients basically choose their cultivar for their application needs and optimize it, large scale and even craft size. So we're really looking forward to sharing what we've learned over the years. And honestly, man, you've been a great asset and friend this whole time, 10, 15 years. And I'm stoked to be able to lean on you from what I've learned and the experience that you've got.
Thank you for the kind words, my friend. I myself have spent over 25 years in cannabis, mainly specializing in what I would call post-harvest type of attention. And currently, I've been in cannabis testing for the last 15 years and had a chance to study cannabis in many, many forms, leading me to understand levels of extraction and infusions and other types of product rendering in ways that few others have had the opportunity or experience to do so.
It's definitely true. The labs that are testing for potency, pesticides, and other parameters have been a huge asset for the growers as a tool, right? And although, yes, it's compliant, you and I was testing a self-regulated entity before it was required.
Oh, yeah, going back like 15 years.
Yeah, man. It was just really about pushing that envelope. And that's, I guess, what we're here today is we want to talk about today, the stuff that we're seeing on the ground, reporting directly to you guys in this podcast, kind of demystifying some of the misinformation that's out there right now.
Exactly. There's a lot of misinformation out there, especially when it comes to stuff like THC levels. Higher THC doesn't mean higher quality. That's a false equivalency. Just like a higher ABV doesn't mean it's a better wine or spirit that you're drinking. We believe many compounds contribute to cannabis quality. Compounds like not just terpenes, but esters, flavonoids, and so forth. Currently, we can only analyze terpenes as a lab, but the future holds so much more for cannabis study.
You know, the data-driven decision-making has really been a very popular move now here in California, at least on commercial cannabis. And I know that as a smoker, you know, I don't necessarily say commercial cannabis is at the best, right, compared to maybe craft or consumer, but there's different levels of alcohol, you know, and it's really going to be on the consumer to make that decision and support your farmer. But I think the standardization should be there. There should be protection for the consumer and the operators in the space alike. So using compliant, you know, pesticides and treatments, also just knowing more what's in the manufacturing process is what we're trying to dive deep into. Is we don't need regulations to tell us how to grow. Yes, that's now there, but before that, self-regulating because we cared about what we put in our bodies and shared with our community. And I think that's what we're trying to return to the basics and share, where a lot of other grows are not willing to share that secret sauce. It's, I think, something that we need to do is pay it forward.
I believe most things that we run into this industry can be solved with information. We can chronologically test products and understand how they're developing or being rendered across their multiple stages. We can even go into what we call root cause analysis, where we find the source of the issues, something I specialize in. In these senses, we have information that is new and in some ways novel to the industry because we're able to see and experience so many things, and we'd love to share those with you.
Definitely. Well, guys, I'm super stoked to share this with the community. It's been a great opportunity that Nate and I have been involved and done speaking engagements and traveled the U.S. even educating others. So now to be able to do this in, you know, our home cities and be able to share this around the world, we're very, very excited. You know, I think that moving forward, this podcast is going to be super in depth, but we're going to break it up into bits that are more digestible. So as you guys subscribe and stay tuned, I think you're going to see a lot more that's more, I guess, applicable to what you guys are looking to learn.
Absolutely. We're going to cover a wide range of topics, answer your questions, and bring you the latest insights from the cannabis world.
So, guys, definitely join us for this journey. Please subscribe to the podcast, tell your friends, and stay tuned.
Thanks for watching. We look forward to connecting with you.